So I know that you guys are out there pairing up your ball pythons for the 2026 season. So you might be in your first pairing, or you might be all the way down the road into your fourth pairing. Well, today I'm going to share with you some of the pairings that we're doing for this week with my special pimp juice, baby, with the pimp juice.
Done a sexy face, you know.
Sexy face?
Yeah, come on. That ain't a sexy face.
I don't know about a sexy face.
You're pointing at it like, that's it. That's it.
Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Paul, Spheric Reptiles, and I thank you so much for tuning in today on the pimp juice. Right, so, you know, you got to get your pimp juice walking. You know what I'm saying? Don't let my feet hit the ground. I need them on that nice floor. You know, the bottoms of my feet ain't going to hit the concrete. You know what I'm talking about? All that kind of stuff. Well, when it comes to breeding your ball pythons, you kind of have to act like you the pimp. Well, I don't know if you really want to be a pimp. I don't want to be a pimp. Probably would be a po-pimp anyway. But look, this is what we need to do. So I'm going to show you some pairings. I got 5 pairings that I'm going to run through with you real quick today with the pimp juice. And the first one I'm going to start off with is Danny. Danny is a pastel, yellow belly, orange dream, inchy, that's double head for cryptic and desert ghost. So we're going to pair up with the clown so that we can make some different stuff, just some different looking stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and show it to you real quick. And you can see how I have her habitat. I always remove the water because I have them in these enclosures. So as you heard that water, hopefully none of y'all got to use the restroom. So this is Danny. And you can see just how big she's gotten. We've paired her up twice already, so she's already starting to gain in follicle size. Look at her. She already know what time it is. See that move right there? Don't just wait. When Bruce Wayne get here, but you can see the size of her and everything, guys. So let me go ahead and get Bruce Wayne, and I'll be right back just to show you how I do the pimp juice and how I pair them up and everything. And you see the substrate. She still hasn't used the restroom yet, but I'm relying on that, a little bit of that inside of the tub once they start getting ready to pair up. But let me get Bruce Wayne. So this is Bruce Wayne, and he is like a 1,800 gram yellow belly Batman. So we're going to pair up this yellow belly Batman to a pastel yellow belly orange dream inchy that's double head for cryptic and desert ghost. I know that we can get some ivories, but the goal here is to get some cryptics or kryptons. So that's what I'm really shooting for with this pairing. But what I normally do is I put them in there like this, and I grab my good old pimp juice. Not that one. I grab my good old pimp juice. Where'd I put it?
On the floor beside you.
Oh, I grab my good old pimp juice, and it's called Shed Water H2O. I need to just write pimp juice on it. What I've done is I basically took a lot of the sheds, remember, from my male ball pythons. I've already genetic tested them. So I put all their sheds in a container and I shake it up with that water in it. You know what I'm saying? Shaking it up with warm water. And then I put them inside of here. And then I just spray them down with the pimp juice. A good dose of the pimp juice or the doctor's prescription. I spray down the whole enclosure. And so what this is doing is spreading the male presence of all of the animals that we have that are breeders all over the entire enclosure. After that, I leave them alone and wait and see if the magic's going to happen. So that's the pairing that we got right here. Just to let you guys know, you don't have to shoot for visuals. I think it's better if you shoot for some incomplete dominant traits with some hets if you can't get the visuals that you want. That way you continually progress your projects forward. But this is just one thing. And Bruce Wayne, I know you're going to do your thing, boy. Hey, knock it down before it knock you down. So I'm going to go ahead and put them up. And the next one I'm getting out is Gaga. It's really Lady Gaga, but I'm lazy, right? I don't feel like saying lady, so I say Gaga. And Gaga is a banana head clown that I bought specifically to breed to a red stripe clown. So in this case, I'm trying to make a visual, guys. I'm trying to make visuals. And the reason why this is going to work is because we still have people that just want pets. Not everybody wants a high-end animal. So what we try to do as Spheric Reptiles is give them a good balance. I want to give them animals that they can get as pets. And then for breeders, I like to have animals in case they're working specific projects and we can help fill that niche that they're looking for. All right, so I got Jax, the red stripe clown. So I just check and make sure that he's not in shed. That's one thing that I really want to note because this video is really instructional. I'm not just showing you me pairing up snakes because you see those all the time, but I'm sitting him in there. He's not in shed. I'm going to check her to make sure she's not in shed. She's not in shed either. And now comes the good old pimp juice. So I hit him with that pimp juice. Boom shaka like a boom shaka like a boom boom boom. Hit him with that pimp juice all over. Just a good healthy dose of pimp juice spray. I'm telling you, man. And now I just sit back and I let the magic happen. It's always let the magic happen. That's where the magic happens. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and put them up. Jax, you do a good job with Gaga. And then maybe we can get some Jax Gagas. So the goal with this is to make some banana red stripe clowns. I mean, it's obvious, or banana clowns or red stripe clowns, or even some heads that are banana red stripe or just banana head clown. Because what I found out in our demographic is those animals sell. So that's what I want to continue to give our customers is what they want. So anything that sells, I want to continue to offer as a pet level animal for those people that want just pets. And that's what we're trying to do too over here at Spheric Reptiles. And that's something that you could do as well. Don't exclude those pet owners because they actually make up a lot of your profits that you do for selling snakes. You can ask any of the big breeders that. Next, I'm going to go ahead and get Doja Cat out. Doja Cat, she's a pretty big snake. She always gives us good clutches. On the last clutch we did with her, we made head clown pies with Jax. So this time, what I'm going to look to do is to try to make some dream sickles. I really want some yellow belly, leopard, blackhead, confusion, dream sickles. But in this case, we only can make pies from the combination of the dream sickle with her. So just to let you know, I already know what I'm going to get, right? So I've done the Punnett square and I've used the morph market calculator in this combination. And that's what I found. So she has a little bit bigger hide. So Doja Cat has this big hide, and I got this from IKEA, and I just cut a hole in it. This was like $2. So I'm gonna sit this over to the side as well. And you can just see her right now. I'll go ahead and check her and see if she's in shed. She looks nice and white. Nice, pretty yellow belly pied there. That's the gene that she has as a recessive, but she is definitely able to fit into all of our projects because I really like the way yellow belly adds to the colors for all the incomplete dominant morphs, especially when they're with recessives. But let me go ahead and get her mate, Maximus. All right, so this is Maximus, and he is the dream sickle that we have that is a blackhead leopard confusion dream sickle. If I can get him to show his head, then that way you can actually see. But he's given us 2 clutches already. He was part of our 5-day or 14-day study. So he's a little bit undersized, but he eats almost all the time. Like lately, I've been pairing him up and he's missed a meal, but his body weight is still good enough to where I can pair him up. He's gripping my fingers really tight here. So man, you're gonna have to, look, we're not going that way. You're not gonna start looking for me. You're gonna look for this woman down here. This man, he's really gripping me hard right now. Let me go ahead and get the pimp juice. Get in there, little Maximus. Get in there. Spray them down, down, down. And they try to run away, but I make sure they get a good dose of the pimp juice all over. All over. So the one thing that this really does is so you could use a shed in here and rub it on the female. You could expunge some semen or sperm from another snake and rub it on her. But this is the least invasive way to do it. I just get the snake sheds, put it in the bottle, and then I just start spraying them down with it. And so this, I think this spreads more of what would drive them to lock up, or for the male to try to lock up. And for the female, it does the same thing. It lets her know that there's a lot of males present. We've already tested her follicle size and we saw that she's around 9 millimeters. So that's why we're pairing her up now. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave you two to it. Doja Cat and Maximus, hey, get to it, let's go. So as I put the lid on here, just guys, keep your imaginations open. That's the main thing that I'm really stressing. So I give them the pimp juice or the shed water with every pairing, and then I'm recording that pairing. If I see a lock, I'm recording that lock for how long that I'm doing. I always do 72 hours, and by that time they can lock and then they break up. I've yet to see a snake stay locked up over 72 hours, right? So normally when in the morning, they might not be locked up and I just leave them alone. I'll cover them up with some red towels, and then that way they can have a little bit more privacy. I won't really disturb them. And going into the weekend, that's also one of the reasons why we feed on Mondays. So even the hatchlings, I won't be in here messing with the hatchlings while they're paired up, because, you know, this is in our dining room. So when you think about that kind of space, anytime I walk in here, all the snakes know it's either food time, water changing time, poop cleaning time, or feeding time, or whoopee time. So, all right, I'm gonna put them up right now, and let's see what else we can get. Hopefully you're liking these examples of the snakes that I'm showing, just because I don't want you to ever feel like you're alone, right? I want you to always feel like at least there's someone else doing it like you're doing it. If you're starting off small like we are, so we still have our tubs, we still haven't invested in the racks because we still live in a small place with the dining room, right? When we move, we'll determine which direction will best fit us, whether the rack systems will fit, whether they're certain size, clear, or if we go to something else altogether. But in the meantime, in between time, I want to help you guys be successful with what you're doing right now. So let me go ahead and get to Buu. And I just love Buu. I really love this pairing, and we did this pairing last year, but I was trying to think of what I could pair up with her, and I couldn't think of anything else. So what I opted on was to go with the same pairing. So Buu is our bamboo inchy calico, and you can see her just right here. She's our bamboo inchy calico. I'll remove her water dish from there. And you can just see just how pretty she is. We have yet to pair her up this season, but when I looked at her follicle size, she was around 10 millimeters. And you can see just how chunky she is. She's all ready to go. So I will go ahead and put her hide over here and just look at that color. So when you see what I'm going to put to Buu, who is a bamboo inchy calico, and you see just how high that calico and the inchy pulls all of that pattern up. Man, let me get this guy. So this is Morpheus. And when I tell you that he's dark gray and light gray, I mean, he has no brown. He's all dark gray and light gray. And so, baby, if you can look in at this, what I want y'all to do is use your imagination. So I want Buu's pattern with this calico in a TSK hypo form. So that's the one pairing that I just want. This is, you know, it's a double recessive, but this is what I want. I want a true ghost form of him right here. So let me get the pimp juice before he tries to run away. And I just spray him all down. I got to keep him in there. He's a runner. I just get it nice and wet. So instead of me actually going through and misting this down with a bunch of other water, I just use this bottle of pimp juice or shed water to do what I'm trying to do anyway. And so now if I can get him to stay in there, now I can put the lid on and put them up so that I can see if the magic's going to happen. I need the magic to happen, baby. You know what I'm saying? I already sprayed him with the pimp juice, so somebody better go get my money. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody better go get my money. And I got these tags on here as well, just to make sure that I can see where they are. And then so what I'll end up doing is putting this red towel. So I have these red towels, and I'll end up putting it over the tops of these. That way I already know to not bother them and not to come in the room and turn on lights unnecessarily. But the last one that I'm going to get is one that she's at the right follicle size, but I have yet to see her pair up with anything. So, or anyone. So her name is Ebony Eyes, and I will get her water out. In fact, I'll pour a little of this water inside of there. It's kind of dry. But Ebony is and I can pick her up. She is a chocolate inchy hypo that's het for Desert Ghost. So what am I going to pair up with her? This is interesting. So with this pairing, it would be best if I made a double visual, right? But I'm not going to do that. Hold on one second. Let me show you what I'm going to do. So to Ebony, what I'm going to do is pair up this clown pied male. See, he's already got this emoji on him. He's happy. He got the happy face emoji on him right there. That's all he has on him is that and a little bit of patch of pattern right there. But I'm pairing up this clown pied visual to a hypo head desert ghost visual that happens to have chocolate and inchy for the other traits. He's already getting happy and wound up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him down. Grab the pimp juice. I found out about this pimp juice about 2 years ago. I used it for a year, and then now I share it with everybody because I want for people to be successful. I mean, we got shed testing, so I might as well try to help everybody be as successful as they can be. So now you see how they have this kind of beaded up all over their bodies. And that's the number one thing that I want to see. And hey, now I just got to shut the door and hope for some quad head hatchlings. And hey, y'all make the magic happen. I see they're all trying to get up out of there. Well, so those are the pairings that I'm doing for today. This is Thursday. It's almost Christmas time. I'm feeling really jolly. As you see my big stomach, I need to really work on that, man. My shirts don't even tuck in no more. But so that's what I'm really working on for this week. Is I just want you guys to see that you're not alone. To keep things simple, record down everything that you're doing for the week. And I have all of their names here so that I know exactly when to pair them up. And then when I see a lock, I highlight it. But keep that there. And then you can also use your Husbandry Pro, your Clutch, or whatever system that you have. But having something written down in a book helps you visualize when everything's in front of you. I mean, I'm old, so that's the way I visualize. So, hey, if this video helped you, please hit that like and subscribe button. Man, I hope that y'all have some really good, successful pairings and make some beautiful hatchlings this next season. But if nothing else, leave a comment. And hey, enjoy that time that you spend with your reptiles and cherish that time that you have with your families. Thank you.